Artists are emotional people. They feel things more strongly and deeply than the average person. And that's the reason why they're artists. They're able to channel all these emotions and make beautiful art. However, the ability to feel more deeply can also have a negative effect on artists. For example, the fear of getting rejected can paralyze them from taking action. The fear of rejection stops artists from putting themselves out there and testing their ideas. I let the fear of rejection stop me from countless of opportunities. I never asked that girl out. I never applied for that job. I never released my art. Because to me, rejection felt like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't worthy to be her boyfriend. I wasn't qualified for that job. I wasn't talented enough to release my music. And the reality is, none of that was true. I am worthy of all of it, but I created these illusions in my head to keep me safe from rejection. It always traces back to our original fear. We don't want to get rejected because then we'll be an outcast. We'll be alone and then we'll die from loneliness. So the first step to overcoming the fear of anything is to get to the root cause, which is death. So understand that it's gonna happen. You can't outrun it. You're gonna die one day and none of this is gonna matter. So enjoy yourself, appreciate the moment, and do work that matters to you. Life is neutral. It's neither good or bad. We're the ones that give it meaning. Some artists may view rejection as something bad, and others might view it as something good. So in this video, I'm gonna help you reframe the way you view rejection, so you can take advantage of more opportunities. If you don't have confidence in your art, it'll be easier for fans, record labels, and other artists to reject you. Because when you don't have confidence in what you do, it shows others that you don't care. Therefore, they're not going to want to support you, sign you, or collab with you because you have nothing to offer them. And I know it might sound selfish, but that's the way life works. Fans want artists to make amazing art for them. Record labels want artists who make them money. And artists want other artists who help them make beautiful art. So if others see your lack of confidence in your art, then yeah, they're gonna reject you.
Like when they be like, yo, sneak peek. And it's a sample. It's a sample that's not gonna come out for 9 months. I know how shoes work.
Yeah, you know how it works.
And then like if people are like, ooh, this ain't it.
And then
that
they
one
go
never
away.
comes out,
Right.
then they rework. But it's like, bro, have confidence in your like I hate the leak snippet. Oh, this is what I'm working on, sneak peek. Like, bro, just put the shit out when it's done and go 100%.
But also, it doesn't mean that you need to fake your confidence. Fake it till you make it doesn't really work. You gotta be honest with yourself, because the only way to build confidence is with the truth. If you're telling yourself a lie, you're not gonna believe it. You know deep down inside whether something you create is good or not. And if it's not, that's okay. You can work on that. However, once you get to the point where you're loving your art, that you would even think it's great if someone else made it. At that point, you gotta trust your taste, your vision, and your art. You gotta stand by it even if others reject it. Because this shows people that you care about your art. And that's attractive to others. Like Teddy Roosevelt said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
You put your hard work in, you put all the, and then it doesn't make the album. On a personal level, how do you deal with that?
For me personally, I think most people take it as rejection. If I write something great, or if I create something that I know has incredible impact, if I think my taste is good enough, which I think is good enough, and I create something that people don't respond well to, I don't think it's my fault. If I believe with absolute sincerity, if I'm like, nigga, this shit is incredible, and no one responds to it, I trust myself, my instincts, my ear, my intention well enough to be like, cool. I'll see you when you circle back. Double the price.
The album will drop at 12:01. Trash bins, you know, whatever. For any artist, you know, it's like, you know, I think people are more excited about, you know, being top comment than being, you know, actually really taking in an album and listening. But inevitably, you need music in your life. So then 2-3 weeks passes and you get an honest gauge on what you just surrendered to.
Give it time. A lot of people are not gonna like or understand your art right away. They might not be in the right headspace. They might not be in the right moment of their lives. They might not be in the right city, or they might not be ready for your sound. There's a lot of factors that play a role in whether people will resonate with your art. And the truth is, there's nothing really you can do about it. You just gotta be patient. For example, when you're sad music hits. But when you're happy, it doesn't have that same effect on you. So you can't rush or force people to feel a certain way about your art. It'll click for them when they're ready for it. So give it time, because eventually they'll catch on.
So at some point, you can't be like wasting your time trying to keep proving someone, because maybe they're not in a place where it could go like this, and then that's gonna slow you down. Like, you gotta just keep moving.
However, like Tyler said, you can't just sit and wait for them. You have to continue to create and release your art. You can't be afraid to get rejected again. So what helped me continue to create despite being constantly rejected was to simply change my mindset.
I know it's a lot of people who will work on something, and then because of the time we live in, you'll post it on Instagram, and no one will really say anything. And then you're like, but it's like, dude, you just building a resume. Like, that's okay, and you never know who's watching. Like, y'all don't know how many people's pages I be on, YouTube's, listening to their music. Like, you don't know who's watching.
Instead of viewing my work as a single piece of art, I started viewing it as a resume or a catalog. Because like I said, people are not going to catch on right away. They might continue to reject everything you make. All you can do is continue to work and have confidence in that work. So continue to create and add to that catalog, so when others finally catch on, you don't have to rush to create more art. They have a whole catalog waiting for them. And finally, if you want to take it to the next level, you have to use those rejections as fuel.
Because I was like, I want to be the best producer ever. I could do every genre. And when that came out, it was like, nah. And I was like, ugh. Y'all think I can't write songs? Oh, okay, I'm going to write pop songs. I gave him See You Again. I gave him Boredom. I gave him 911. Like, that's where that came from.
The most successful artists carry a chip on their shoulder, which is most often a result of being rejected. Look at someone like Kanye, who was rejected by record labels and the fashion industry over and over again. Look at someone like Tyler, the Creator, who was rejected by hip-hop because he didn't have that hip-hop sound. Look at someone like Tom Brady, who was the 199th pick in the NFL draft and was constantly overlooked. Look at people like Kobe, Jordan, Deion Sanders, who take things personally. The greats always have a chip on their shoulder. I mean, rejection can kill your dreams. It can demotivate you. It can steal all of your energy, especially when you're working in a field that takes time to build. That's why you have to utilize everything, the good and the bad. Transform the negative into positive. Use rejection to fuel your journey, and all it takes is a simple mindset shift. At the end of the day, great artists don't allow rejection to ruin their careers. Because like I said, life is neither good or bad. We're the ones that assign a meaning to it. So why not label things such as rejection as something positive instead of negative? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to make art or die.